Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's the Jaguars going up against the 49ers.
Larry, we are down the peninsula from San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Francisco 49ers.
Strong left.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run with the backup. This is Williams. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Strong right.
Come on, let's go!
3 down.
190!
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Motion.
They run it again with Williams. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Single.
Check three! Flex round!
Better bring it.
Flex round!
Right now.
Now they'll throw it with Boykin.
Kill.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Watch that agreement.
Picked off around the 37. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Watch him now, Barney!
We got three.
Gun!
Shift.
All right, here we go.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
3-19! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Leopard!
Watch number 86.
Set, Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! 3-19!
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And some space here. Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
I'm still an old-school football guy, and anytime you see a big-time running play, that fires me up. And if I'm on offense right now, in the position they're in now, inside the 10-yard line, I think after the way they've run it, they've set themselves up for a good play-action pass opportunity right here.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Switch up.
Now let's go! Gun! All right, now look at 56. Now let's go! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Hey, watch this.
No. Patriot!
Back to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out complete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Here we go now. Green.
Now we'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And this one's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or 2 shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
Second down following the incompletion.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got room. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Tight end left. Hey, boys,
Here we go.
4 down.
Red 30.
Now Boykin on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Gun! Detroit, here we go. Detroit! Leopard, here we go. Leopard, blue 90. Blue 90.
In motion right comes Allen. Fournette, a first down carry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs, find holes, get through them, they don't like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. From the 4-yard line, it's first and goal now.
Double tight.
Shift together here from the D-line. They go play action here on first down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Double tight.
Here we go now.
From the 4, it's second and goal. And heavy contact contact. He is knocked down hard at the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Run. Woo! Right there. All day, baby. Man left.
Hurry up, here we go. 3, 9,
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That's why you got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. You're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Jets out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you...
And Owen popped it up. Flush to his right.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Boykin, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Watch tight end.
Flex round. Come on.
Hey.
Ohio.
Check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand up over there.
Ohio.
Shit.
Hut.
On 3rd down, Boykin.
Kill.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. It doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big hit. Knocked out sideways. Might have been 1 man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
All right, here we go. Back down to that Philly. Here we go now. Philly.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he slings one that's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Leopard.
Hey, we got 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Watch that.
Set. 3.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. He'll look to throw. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. And now the offense operates in the red zone. throw. Flushed out right. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
And defensively, a little deflating to be able to lay that hit and not have the ball pop free, right?
No doubt about it, because your goal defensively.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Touchdown, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Woo! Let's get it.
Here we go.
Second and 10 now. Boykin. And that's off the mark. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Strong right. Strong right.
Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Come on, let's get it.
And again this time to the tailback. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
I got 11. I got 11. I got 11.
Let's go. White,
Single receiver.
White,
You're on an island over there. Single receiver.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Ohio.
Go back.
Ohio.
We got motion. Back up. Back up.
Off the play fake, Boykin. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Come on, let's
3 down. 3 down.
hut. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
Switch.
Red 38. Red 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now Boykin on second down. Being chased out left. And his pass, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And it's third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Flex round. Flex round. Let's go.
We got 3 down. 3 down.
Ohio.
deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now. The field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Single. I got a single in the slot.
Set. Green.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Ertz has it left side. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame. I hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
His throw incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here we go. What?
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Boykin. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And now here's a carry heading left. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive and they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Tight end left, tight end left. Hey, we got three.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for the end zone. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The Jaguars on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Several times you hear today's NFL is described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
I know you feel that.
Here we go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his big receiver, Robinson, for the Jacksonville touchdown. Allen Robinson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Elsewhere, second quarter in D.C. And the Redskins there out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Come on.
Final play of the half for Boykin. Dancing to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top, as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. With their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The big boys came out to play. I've been here, brother. Don't be mad. Here we go.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks, right around the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now, this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up in the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
From the shotgun, Boynton. And his throw here's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Out of the gun, Boykin. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
Let's go. What? 9. Ohio.
I got 8.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
To throw is Boykin. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Boykin. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You're going over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he'll be knocked down sideways right around the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with third and long. And, you know, this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
From the gun, it's Boykin. Escaping the pressure right. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
Let's go.
They'll indeed go for it with Boykin. That's to his running back, complete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game. Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Looking to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, big hit. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Nice, sweetheart.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Boykin again. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Hey, let's go.
Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot.
Here we go.
So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Let's go. 3-19.
Maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Now that's back 99 Philly. Here we go.
SOS.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. They needed to break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Here we go.
Tight end's right.
Red 38. Red 38.
Hey, we got to down.
After the interception, here's Boykin. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go. Ohio.
Hey,
Ohio.
I got number 80.
Ohio. Ohio.
From midfield now, Boykin. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Melvin Ingram coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. The Niners on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike. You want to go night-night? Time to go night-night.
Here's Boykin off play action. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Set. 3.
Hand off to Fournette. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
No. Check Patriot. No. Check Patriot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Nice hit, boy.
Allen, the man in motion right. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the ball. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's second and 10.
Come on, let's go.
Boykin.
Crash down, crash.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Fresno.
Let's go. Ohio. Here we go. Ohio.
Throwing here, Boykin on first. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Tight end right.
Let's go. Red 38.
On second down, Williams. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people in front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Let's go.
There we go. It's Boykin on 4th. He's got his man on the crossing route. 11 yards on the pickup, and the 49ers are going to get a first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On the toss, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
They go play action here on first down. Shedding through the defense. Eluding the pressure right. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. Give him 30 yards there. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a pitch out to Williams. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here we go. What? 9. Flex round. Flex round.
On second down, it's Boykin.
Sponge.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's second down.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Here we go now. Gun.
Hey,
Gun.
We got three. Three down.
Over. 25.
It looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be taken down. And for the moment, a big loss, but we do have a penalty marker to attend to. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Hey, check. Here we go. Green 39.
Shotgun snap as they look to
39.
throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and now it's third down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
All right, here we go.
He'll look to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Hurry up, here we go. Over.
Back to throw. And fights through one man. Looking left sideline, incomplete. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
I'm coming for you, 27. I'm coming for you.
They'll look to throw here. Hard throw, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a run.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. And right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sideline, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey, guys, check me out. We got 3 down, but we got to stand
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Mike, 20.
Hot.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hard-working crew, with that, we say so long from Santa Clara.